YouTube, what it do? It's your boy Zans. First upload of 2026, I wanted to give y'all something special. So today I'm gonna be showing y'all how to make ginseng beats, like Pink Noise, Misogi, shit like those, right? Let's get into it. So the first thing I did, I was inspired by the song Hellraiser by Che. Not exactly for like the whole beat, but just for the sample. I really like that. So I found a different song from the person who made the sample, right? Put that bitch into Serato. Make sure this on poly, because if not, it's only gonna play one note. And I made a little MIDI. Now I know this look hella complicated, but we're gonna break it down, right? You want to ignore all these notes on the bottom, because that's just like white noise kind of in the song. And we got a little like alternation, repeats and rolls and stuff, stutters, shit like those, right? And it's pretty much looping right here. Yeah. So this is how it sounds without effects, without the noise, just the main melody. Yep, and so I got these like parts in the song with like noise in them, and I just added that to the melody. Remember, make sure this is on poly, because if not, it'll only play like one of these at a time. All right, one pattern at one part at a time. Yeah, yeah. So this is what it sounds like with the noise, no effects. Yep, so that's pretty much it. I just added a EQ and a compressor. Not much, just turn up the volume a little. Cut out some of the mids, lower mids. Boost the lows. Cut out some of the highs. Shit like those, ain't too much, nothing crazy. So yeah, nothing real crazy. Yeah. And for the next sound, same song, just a different chop, right? For this sound, I only chopped up the intro, right? And I know this looks crazy too, but I promise it's simple. What I did, I come here, boom, Control B, and then I grab this little arrow right here, shrink it down to like half the size. And then what you want to do, you want to like bring this back here, and it'll like layer over the original sound. You duplicate it and it sounds really nice. This is what it sounds like, no effects, and just a chop. Not too crazy. I added shaper box for some width, delay, EQ, cut out some of the lows, boost some of the highs. Not too crazy, not too crazy. This is what it sounds like with effects. Not too crazy. Then for the next sound, I think I did the technique. I think I layered it over itself. I don't really remember. And I put halftime and shaper box on it. So it's really just the same, and it's not going to sound any different until I put the effects on it. So put shaper box, added some width and bit crush, halftime, vocodex. I like to experiment a little, you know. This gives it like a little underwater sound, and then I EQ'd out the lows, boosted some of the highs for real. This is what it sounds like with effects. Nothing too crazy. And then for the final sound, it's a pad, and I did a little bit of sound design. I'm on my third period this year, right? I took this main sound and I exported it right here. And what I did, I right clicked the sound, edit in audio editor. I clicked this blur tool right here. I didn't change none of the settings. I accepted it, and then I dragged it into here. But of course, I'm not doing that right now. And this is what it sounds like. This sample, and you turn. Oh, and for effects, I put shaper box and a EQ, just to give it some width, a little filter, a little reverb. And then for this, I think I cut some of the lows, some of the mids, some of the highs, and it sounds like this with effects. Nothing too crazy. And it's the full melody with effects and all. Nothing too crazy. Alright, for the drums, first thing I did, I started with this 808. Yeah, so what I did, it sounds so quiet right now, but this is what I did. Little EQ, boost the lows, and this is the sauce, the wave shaper, right? What you want to do, you want to mess with this curve too. You like how it sound? Turn the pre all the way up, mess with the mix, and this is the real sauce. You cut in the master, right? Add a limiter. You turn that ceiling all the way up. I'm talking all the way up, and then you turn the saturation down a little bit. And then you make sure the attack and the release are almost all the way down. So that way you can like tell that signature ginseng distortion when it like ducks the melody behind the 808. Yeah, that's fire. Trust. This is what it sounds like after a 808 switch right here. Same effects, just a different sound. Nothing really different, just like wider and more full, you know. For the arrangement, I had a little intro right here where all the sounds are playing, took out one of the higher ones, and added a little bit of emptiness right here for like the verse, maybe, whatever. And then this comes back, and then this comes back for like a little more emotional feel, and then right after here it loops. Just a little 41 bar loop. That's it. And that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, I added a little pause right here, and with the drums, sometimes you want to like have a little like wait with them, so they like come back like a little bit after. And at the start of the drums, I added this little box. Not too crazy. Anyways, let me know what y'all thinking, and here's the full beat. anyways, yeah, that was it. Let me know what y'all think. First video 2026. Just got this new PC working. Not that many VSTs, so when I get serum, we gonna cook though. Trust. Anyways, let me know what y'all think. Smash that like button. Make sure to subscribe. Send this video to anybody you can. Send it to your grandma if you have to. Love y'all and bye.